Joining us on the broadcast is Mr. Saurabh Mohan Saxena. He is the founder director of AHODS. At the outset, I would like to thank you for joining us on the broadcast. How are you and your family holding up amidst these trying times?
Oh my God, that's the increasing pollution is a menace for all of us. I think right now we all are our children, and we all together are suffocating in the atmosphere which we are breathing right now, and it's very dangerous per se for our lungs and from a standpoint of medical effect which it is giving to all of us. So this is very alarming, and we all have to do something towards it. One is only talking about it and just saying that we are having this issue, and other is acting upon it, which is very important, is what I feel right now. And it's very paining to see you put up curtains in the morning and you see nothing. So that's really something shocking kind of stuff when you see this kind of a morning. Today was really bad.
Indeed, today is really bad. And are you consciously choosing not to step out of your house due to the current air quality?
Yes, sure. Of course, we all are avoiding to get into the center of per se Delhi. I mean, one is typically right now I'm sitting a bit on the outside towards the outskirts, which is on the Noida side. But yes, the effect is on this side as well as on the high rise. We cannot see anything in the morning. So imagine the kind of effect is the air has, and that's how it has gone across. And that's how the AQI number in the center of Delhi and different places is beyond 700. So it's like, we are actually putting our nose on the tailpipe kind of stuff. So which is really actually and we should not move out. Actually, that is the way that should be advisable. And and again, we have to do something about it and just not crib about it that this is there. This is all the deeds of the human. It has nothing to do with nature. It is all the deeds which we are facing our repercussions back on us.
Indeed, and do you or any of your friends ever consider leaving Delhi due to increasing air pollution?
Yes, surely, it is like we were talking to people where I was talking to some of my friends. I go to IIT at the center of the Delhi on a daily basis. And today we were talking, means some of the people who are having a bit of an issue, like the professors and some of the elderly people, they feel really suffocated. And of course, if given a choice, it is like, of course, we should not use those words, but it is like, hell over here in terms of at least the breathing. And the people who have some kind of asthmatic issues are getting worse. So yes, these kind of thoughts come in when you are in such a situation and when such kind of atmospheres, and it's like alarming. You have the demon in front of your face, and do you really think of those kind of things, even migrating or leaving for some time outside from Delhi? These kind of thoughts, of course, pop in.
You said that action is the need of the hour. Do you think the governments are doing enough to fight air pollution and mitigate this problem?
I think there's a mixed feeling and a mixed bag on that, in terms of course, there is a notification, a regulation not to burn fossil fuel more. There are initiative taken, but if we can see the initiative, the effect of this, then we have to be more aggressive on working on this side. Like on the Parali burning in the Punjab side, and in Delhi itself, there's a bit of an industry, there's a bit of a burning of fossil fuels through mobility transport, decongesting Delhi. Means imagine during the morning and the evening time, we are just excreting bad gases and filling it into the atmosphere. Mother Nature can also not do much, and this part of the season is like less of the wind, and that's how everything accumulates, and that's how our children and the society breathes this kind of, means even the air purifier cannot work with this kind of capacity, of cleaning the kind of load which they will have. So and the mask will itself have those kind of marks if we just see on the reverse side. So typically it's an alarming situation, and we have to do more, is what I would say. There are notifications which are there from CAQM, and I've been discussing with them on this point, and there's some solutions which, as some of the solutions which we are trying to implement across. So there's a bit of a work which needs to be done more aggressively. Of course, yes, there are initiatives being taken from CAQ and from Pollution Control Board, but we have to be more stricter, at least in the NCR region.
Indeed, and how can startups like yours help combat the air quality crisis that we all are facing in and around the national capital now?
I think startups are very agile and they're very active, and they're doing really, there's a lot of good job happening in the eco space of startups. And there are a lot of climate tech companies who are working to developing different technologies in terms of tracking the data. So when what is measured is also controlled. And at least that is happening in the case of Delhi. We are measuring the AQI. And of course, I was seeing in some of the television show a drone animation being done to measure, these kind of AQIs. There's so much of work being done as drone being, those could be used. So there are different ways and means to at least measure. Of course, we are in a real cutting carbon space where we are cutting on a basis wherein we are cutting the fuel itself. Right now, fossil fuel we save in two ways, in terms of the foreign exchequer as well as the emissions, and we have a better skies, cleaner skies, and less of pollution. Other is on the monitoring, which I said. Third is on the tracking part of it, whereas EVs, there's a lot of development happening in terms of a lot of initiatives on the startup side, on the two-wheel side especially. And there are people who have developed even a small last mile connectivity three-wheelers, wherein we are eliminating itself. But of course, that needs a lot of infrastructure and all. And so there's a good work which is being done. Of course, this all needs to be put in a proper roadmap, and that's how the policies have to come into picture. As startups, there will be requirements of funds, there will be requirements of policy, there will be requirements of regulation, which becomes important. If you have developed a technology, means in our case, we have a developed technology which is already novel, patented, Atmanirbhar, everything is good, but there's no law for it. If somebody uses it, how they will know that whether this is okay, not okay, or legal, not legal. So these kind of things needs to be worked upon, in terms of, especially since startups are doing innovation. These innovations have to be incorporated as some of the in the policy, wherein of course the validated one can at least see faster response to the end, at least literally on the road as well as in the industry.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.